Hello, 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 everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to you, wherever it is that you are joining us from. We are live here at Track and Field Talk Net. We are here to have some great discussion tonight. Once you see us go live, you know we are here to deal with the business. We are here on business and we are happy for you all to be able to join us. Hey, Odion, how are you doing today?
Hey Lati, what's up? How you doing? I'm doing fine, Doing fine.
You're doing fine.
It's an excellent feeling to be back after a long break.
A
Doing a
very long break indeed.
very long break indeed. In terms of on the main platform, but the background work always I contribute.
Always continues. Yes,
Good to have
yes, yes. It's good to have you back. Also, it's good to have you back, especially in this time, especially of what is happening. I know Paris has not been favorable somewhat to us. Well, definitely, it is not favorable to us in this moment, but yet still, we still represent the country and we still go repping the country and doing what we can as best as we can. And tonight we are here to just talk about some of that also. So, where do we start?
I guess we can start with the discuss for men.
That's a good place to start. I mean, that's a history breaking thing there. I mean, the field has been showing us that they are here and are indeed here to contribute to what is happening for Jamaica or the nation. I would say it's not just about the track, but it's also the field. They're putting their way in and their foot in and being there for us. So we want to congratulate Mr. Campbell on that big throw.
Yeah, man, it was and indeed a special moment for Jamaica. Lati, sometimes we tend to focus solely on the sprints or on the track events and not recognizing that the field event is actually stepping up big time. And in recent times, we have seen some progress. We have seen where athletes are trying to improve their throws, the throwing events, or their jump in terms of improving their distance. And we have seen it paying dividend now. And I mean, I'm I'm a proud person. I'm not one of these fans of track and field that basically it's just about the sprints or just about the track events. I mean, any medal is still a gold medal, and if you win the title, you'll be crowned Olympic champion nonetheless. Or if it's a world championship, you're a world champion. So I was happy to see Mr. Campbell stepping up big time for Jamaica and for himself and for
And
his
for
family.
himself.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Excellent. Excellent. A
yeah,
proud moment to get a medal in that event for Jamaica.
definitely, definitely. One of the things that I was happy to see, I was really happy. I saw Banji, posted a video just saying congratulations and big up the big man. That for me warms my heart because, Banji was injured. However, him being able to be here in Jamaica and watch his fellow countryman, his fellow teammate do that and achieve that and was able to, just say big up, congratulations is a big thing. So thank you so much, Rajundra. You really made us proud. The first medal count on the board for Jamaica, and that came from the field. So congratulations again. And speaking of medals, I mean, we move right into another celebratory moment. Finally, finally, she has, her hard work as proven fruitful for her this trip around. And we must say congratulations to Mishanika Ricketts.
Yeah, man.
Big
Very proud moment, Lati. Very, very proud moment for Jamaica and for her at the Olympic Games. She has been on the global stage for some time, and we see the talent, we see the ability, but time and time again, she comes up against a strong field, albeit the world record holder and the reigning Olympic champion was not there to defend her title. But I mean, Shanika We know her potential. We have always said that she has some 50 meters in her legs and all of those nice fancy things. And the pressure comes at time, but this time around she was focused, she was determined, and she put her jumps together and ensured that she secured a medal for Jamaica. And just to see her standing on the podium, it warms my heart. It's not a gold medal performance, but Jamaica can be proud. She can be proud. Her coaching staff can be all proud of her. What a moment for her. And I want to congratulate her and say thank you for what you have done for Jamaica. Over the years, she has done yeoman service along with Kimberly Williams, and I am proud of them. The field event, as I said earlier in my opening remarks, has stepped up, and Jamaica will just continue to blossom. Other athletes will see the talent and the effort in these events and would want to gravitate towards the field events in the future. So it's a good look for the country at large.
I agree with you too. I agree with that. And I must also big up what's her name? Oh my God, her name just slips me. She was also jumping with Shanika, because it was 3 of them that was jumping. And Kimberly didn't make it to the finals, but she did. I still remember her name, but I must also say big up to her also, the baby of the group out of all 3. To be able to go into the finals, with your senior countrymen, that's also an achievement. I do believe it's an achievement. And as you said rightfully, the field events is growing and is stepping up and is making themselves known into what is happening here. So yeah, we are good for that. We're still on the fields. Shot put this morning, we saw where all 3 men was able to qualify to move into the final round for shot put, and it says something else that that the shot put, the fields are indeed moving and doing and making their contribution. It was really delightful for me to see Michael throw this morning, and I mean, even the commentator was like, are you sure that was not exactly right there on the qualifying? That's how close he went to it. And I'm like, but I must say, he was putting his throws into perspective. He started at the 59 and moved up with it. And I was like, we are getting there. We are actually there to have all 3 men into the shot put round moving on.
Yes, Latoya. Oftentimes, all you need is just one person to step up and one person to set the pace. It doesn't matter how far back it was set. I don't know if you recall and remember Odion Richards.
Yes.
Athletes just grow and they started to believe, because once you earn a medal at any stage of track and field, athletes will start to believe. They will start to want to use you as that motivation. Yes, and I think that I was extremely proud this morning. I must say, 3 Jamaican qualifying for the final of the men's shot put. It's absolutely amazing. And
absolutely amazing.
As I said earlier, we are so spoiled when it comes down to track events, and we might be not having what we'll call the best of championships from a Jamaica perspective. But as I said, the field event have stepped up, and if you look at it, we have gone 3 medals so far. 2 of those medals are actually in the field. Normally, the track would be leading the field at this point in time. So whereas Jamaica might not be doing as well, we are also getting a medal or 2 in non-traditional events that we would not have scored a medal in. So we should use that as an example to say that you win some, you lose some. Let's move on. We are competing in a number of events, and it's not just about the track, as I said earlier. And I have to big up these 3 men. Congrats to them, and I wish them the very, very best. I'm very proud already. It doesn't matter what happened in the finals.
What happens in the finals, right?
Absolutely amazing.
I agree. I must say too that this morning I actually realized that Roger Stoner was small-bodied. I must say I always never realized that Roger Stoner was a small-bodied thrower. I was like, are we sure? But,
yeah, man.
Yeah, he's the smallest of the bungle. I didn't realize that until this morning, just because I got the opportunity to to see those throws. And I must say, I think a lot of persons don't understand the field events or get the field events or like the field events just because it's not broadcast as much. It is not shown as much as the track events. So that's the reason why they tend to not see that. But yeah, that's a good look, and it is something that I'm looking forward to. We're still in the fields and we're still moving with the fields. The men long jump. The men long jump. My heart is at a place where after sorry about that. After seeing what happened last year in Budapest with the guys, I mean, seeing two of them from that back into to the finals this morning again.
Mm-hmm.
It is a great thing. It's really a great thing. Not to dampen that which is there, but you know, our trials went on, and for that particular event, we had some hiccups there, and a lot of us, including myself, said that I would have. Good night, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to you wherever you're joining us from. Hi, BFF. Hey, Nick. Con, you're early to class. Thank you. To know that what happened at the trials and not be able to see, especially Sean D. Thompson, be able to represent the black, green, and gold, the country, after doing some 8 meters jump and all of that. To know that also Tajay Gale, who is the former world champion, came here with his jumps being 7 meters and was not able to matriculate over. It is saddened based on how all of that also happened. But it is still good to see. It is good still to see. Don't watch my smiles. I have two of my little sisters in my room, in the house, in front of me, doing them schematics just to get me to be distracted. So I'm sorry about that, but I got to love them. See, you want to see them putting on their face over here. Those are two of my sisters. Yes, everybody. Two of the beautiful ones. Thank you.
Hi, sisters. Hi, sisters.
Hi. Check on Pete Totnet.
I heard that.
Oh God, my word! Welcome to my life. Never a dull moment. That was you guys' minute. So we're back to Track and Field Totnet live. Sorry about that, but that was it. Right. It was still great. It is still great, and was still great to still be able to have both of those guys, be able to come here now and able to do which they have done, and I really wish them all the best. Kino can't stay one place. I really do wish them all the best in their endeavors and what they're striving for. Because remember last year it was Kerry who was kicked out just by Tajay's last jump. So to have Kerry in this year and also showing his thing is really a great wonder.
It's really a good look. Just before I continue, I just want to big up everybody on the live. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for participating. Mr. Grant, Kaunda, big up yourself. Yeah, and all the persons who take time out of their busy schedule to be with us tonight. But I must say, Latoya, Kaunda, they say a karma catch Gale. No, I wouldn't agree in this one because you know about the Olympic standard, and once you have not met the standard, then and somebody else is with a fourth place finish, they will automatically be placed in there. So, but Lati, you are right. As it relates to the men's long jump, I am truly impressed with the event and the progress of the event and talent that we have, and I am excited to see how far we'll go Kerry is looking good. He's improving consistently, and
Yes.
also Wayne Pinnock as well. We know what a fine jumper he is, and no disrespect to Jay Gale, because we know when that man is fully fit, he has been battling injuries upon injuries, and sad to see him struggle at times. But I trust and hope that he will be able to get some medical attention and see how best he can nurse himself back to full fitness, because we have some talented guys in the men's long jump, and I'm expecting great things from them at this Olympics, and I have a feeling that we will smile.
Again, yeah. Kino, you ready for us now? You're done shuffle duffle? Fix the face, fix the shirt, fix the hair and all that? Yes, you can come in right on the long jump part and tell us what you think about it, so we can move.
I'm just waiting to see what's gonna happen, because there isn't much happening. Well, there's
Kino is
much,
afraid of this Olympics, Latoya. He does not want to predict. He does not want to hazard a guess as to what will happen, because the Olympics has already turned upside down.
everybody's saying it's weird, and I think it's weird as well. A lot of weird things are happening, so I am just waiting to see. I'm not even predicting anything. Like I hear everybody talking about Nikisha Price. I'm not even predicting anything. I'm just waiting.
Don't bother call her name at this point, because trust
Yeah.
me, seems like when we don't predict, she will deliver. So
Yeah, make sure just continue to have
I'm a
fun.
brave person, and I love to actually wager my bet out there, and but let's keep
All right, let's move into the 110-meter hurdles, guys. We have three men into the 110-meter, moving into that semifinals. And Hansel, I don't know if you guys saw the race with Hansel.
Yes, we did.
I didn't see it, but yeah.
I saw the race. It was not as impressive as I would have wanted it to look. However, when I look at where we ranked this season in the men's 110-meter hurdles, I was not totally surprised. US, I think, have the top four ranked athletes, only three
Yeah.
making it to the Olympics, and Jamaica, for the first time in a couple of years, have not managed to fall within the top 8 during the championship itself. So we would have actually be under some amount, I don't want to say pressure really, but uncertainty. And I believe that when you look at the race, I think he plays 13.43. There's a series of athletes that would have posted 13.43. Right.
In its heat, so.
In his heat. Before I go further in my comment, we Ansel and the others. This new thing about the Olympic with the repechage round, I am not a fan of it for perhaps all the other events, but I think it will work for the hurdles. Based on the nature of the event, especially the 110-meter hurdle. And let me tell you why. The event, it's an obstacle event, it's a rhythm event, and it's short enough of an event for you to run an extra round and not significantly affect your body in terms of your recovery. You can have the favorite or the defending champion in the case having a fall in an earlier heat, and then you know what, you're going to be placed in the repechage round. But that's it. Don't tell nobody to put me back on 800 meter or 200 and 400 meter to be tired to go run one round to come back. But I'll continue with the hurdles, right? And so, answer of the lot is the championship performer. No disrespect to the others. Rashid Broadbell, however, is very talented, and he just needs to basically use that talent, execute, and basically get into a level where he matriculates and get some level of success. Not just about the time that he posts on the Diamond League. I hope he's focused, because I realize that his race is not really clean as well. Suffering a few hurdles and have to be running back. That he ran late to actually caught up with the team for that second step to qualify automatically. But when you compare the time, the time, it's not much of a difference. So we have some work to do. Orlando Bennett as well, he was automatic in qualifying, but overall our hurdlers this season it is not where we would want them to be, and they will find it going tough. They don't make some adjustments fast in the semifinals because the field is indeed deep. Grant Holloway, as you know, seems a cut above the rest, but I want Ansel to recover quickly and focus, because once he is focused, we can put some pressure. And I know for one athlete, if it's Ansel, Grant Holloway will actually think about Ansel Parchment. So I'll allow Kino to add his few cents on the event. I'd love to hear what he has to say.
So I actually thought that Ansel was hoping to end up not qualifying in that heat and would get that run in and end up running in the repechage round.
Yeah,
That's what I think he wants.
He said it. He said he said he wish he would have had another. He would have used the repechage. Yeah,
man, he wanted to get the cobwebs out. Nevertheless, as Odion said, Ansel is a championship runner, and I can almost bet that Ansel is going to find a way to sneak into that finals. Broadbell, no less talented, what everybody else lacks in self-belief, he has that in abundance. He is the type of guy who don't care if anybody want to believe in him. Him just knows that he's gonna be there. He's as good as everybody else, and he's not afraid of anybody. So I'm expecting him, at least those two, to sneak into the finals. Bennett is coming along over the last few years, coming along very well. And let's see what happens for him. He also seems to have a lot of self-belief and a lot of tenacity. So, I think there is a lot of depth in the American squad right now. Can we win that 100-meter hurdles, 110-meter hurdles? It's probably going to be difficult this year based on the depth that they have and how Grant Holloway looks. Grant looks this year to be unstoppable. He has corrected some of the technical flaws he has towards the end of his race, because that's where he always ties up and gets caught. So it remains to be seen, but I'm going with Grant right now.
Yeah, man, definitely for the gold medal. And I think we'll have to, and you're right, Kino, about your earlier comment the repechage round. For Ansel, it will work perfectly for him. That's I mentioned earlier, that it's not a bad thing to have the repechage round for the hurdles, because the more Ansel race is, the sharper he gets, is the better he gets technically, and then he is able to re-execute in a subsequent heat or round, and I'm pretty sure that he will be making some adjustments. He knows how to, and it's just as how some athletes turn up and they know how to just seek into finals. That's exactly what Ansel is going to do. And I would save that comment that I was going to say until later down.
Okay, I agree. In all sentiments as it relates to all three of our guys. I do hope that all three, dependent on how the semifinals will look, will be able to get in. I must say though that Orlando Bennett for me this season has greatly improved, and I wish him really all the best. He has been knocking on that door, and I think I would just want to give him.
No, one thing about Orlando Bennett, Latoya, we all know that he is one of those athletes that if you turn up at the national championship, you're going to have to find a way to beat him, because he's a team maker. He knows how to make the national team.
Every time.
If you are 1, 2, 3, you better try and move yourself up into 1, 2, because he's actually trying to find a way to fit that third spot all the time.
To fit that third spot, right? Orlando Bennett is the good side of Big Boy. The good side, the good side. Big Boy does always know how to make the team. But we always think it's in the wrong way, but all of it always just get there.
One
And
goes
I
on
just,
vacation and one actually goes to compete.
Mhm. Are we rocking ourselves now, Lati?
it's always have to be Kino. Kino, I want you to take this one. This one is yours. Latoya goal, 800 meters. I'll give you this one, Kino.
I agree with the adjudicators.
Yes.
I, I see Odion well want to, but I agree with them. I don't think that all right. So I agree that she was impeded, but I don't believe that it was significant enough. And I don't believe, again, as they said, that her momentum was significant enough for her to make any dent in the race. So I think they're just crying, cry, baby. But I mean, the finals never lose nothing significant.
The finals lose the rabbit.
Huh?
Finals lost the rabbit. Oh, Dad.
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
Hodgkinson ran very well without her.
Hodgkinson, congratulations. Finally, Aji, boy, oh boy.
Yeah.
Boy, congratulations to Hodgkinson. It was a good finals though, I will say. No, Nick, correction. I am Latoya. We are speaking of Natoya. L, there's a space, there is something between the names. L, there's M between the N. So I am La and she is Na. Okay? I don't give headaches. I'm just saying.
Right.
Just clarify. Just want to clarify that. But congratulations and kudos to Hodgkinson finally
I am
getting
very
that
proud
gold
of her.
medal.
Very proud
Yeah.
of her. As it relates to
Very proud
Natalia,
of her.
everybody know I will figure out your service and her dedication, but as it relates to what Kino just said, I feel no less. And I mean, you can't continue to put yourself in a position where every single time some silly
Mistakes.
running or jostling for positions and whatever, and you keep on doing it over and over and over and expect the result to be any different. I mean, Natalia has been running sometimes, and sometimes you really wonder, you know what's sweet enough?
No, when you realize what the judge them say, the judge them basically say, look here, go over this on one side because you need to go with nothing anyway. Basically, that's what they found a diplomatic and professional way of saying it, but that's what they're saying. You're like here, we see a talk about you get impeded.
In essence, the judge is like, we're tired.
Yeah, we're tired of you. Sick and tired, and when they're not sick, they're tired.
Okay.
Natoya always know how to make way head hurt we. I would keep a pressurizing and what Natoya, I mean, I understand.
One thing though, Lati, she looks very nice and very nice. Money
Yes.
a show up on her. She just a glow.
Yeah. And the tapping.
Yeah, man. She's been tapped.
You know what? She's been tapped like the ATM cards that can tap. So you know the money business is the show, you know. You're right.
We'll move on. Should I say what went wrong with the mixed relays on the Jamaican side?
The management.
I have a question. So let me ask you a question. Why is it that Janelle Bromfield, yeah, we call him the first name, right, was able to run 2 rounds of the mixed relays, but nobody else who has an individual race never did that?
Because Maurice Wilson, our coach.
Maurice Wilson is not our coach.
Him and our coach.
A foreign girl.
Well, he have some affiliation with her.
None.
Not necessarily.
Where she come from?
Not necessarily. Perhaps no disrespect. Perhaps of the 3 individual 400, they think look, jeopardize she because maybe after maybe I'm just saying, like literally, they don't want to risk a Nikisha, don't want to risk perhaps a Stacey who could potentially get into the final. So,
No, but the days were far apart. Today, the days were far apart.
I agree with Odion's arguments, and I'm gonna segue a little bit. Because the ones that you know don't really have no hope of making it through, might as well send them somewhere else. And this is why I believe that Hudson and Lavelle should not show up for the 200-meter repechage tomorrow.
We not reach the same.
Me know, but me I say it's the same thought process. Because really and truly, them now go figure prominently in it. Them not figure none at all. Even if they make it to the final.
So them to see and come on the 4x1.
4x1. Especially Brian
Right.
Lavelle for the third leg. Mm-hmm.
No, what we're going to need the two of them, you know. Hold up.
Yeah, that's true.
We're going to need the two of them.
You're right.
All right. So I'm going to leave the Jamaican side of victory and look at.
But Lati, we need to actually expand a little bit on this mixed relay though before we leave it. I heard Coach Riley said
who's a fan? Am I a fan?
Right. Yes.
Or an audio one?
Or it's no. I'm in the office. I'm not using no fan.
When one of us is talking,
maybe I'm my fan.
Me not say you're one Kino. Me just that check.
Let me turn ya.
Please do. What you keep turn off the camera? Oh, they speak. Yes, go ahead, Odion.
Yeah, man. So basically, Lati, Coach Riley, I think I agree with what he said. And it's like our problem is not really just the quality men that we send to the mixed relay. While we would love to improve the quality, however, the significant reason why we are not performing as well as we really should or can is the female. When you look at the gap in terms of the seconds between what time the male will split versus what gap your best female will split. So for example, your 44 guys and your 45 guys, that's like a 1 second. But when you have now, like in the case, for example, I'm going to use a Nikisha Price, he can give you a 48. But like somebody else like Jordan Brumfield is going to give you a 51. Gap is too wide with the females, so that it is basically not making much sense for us. And that's where we're going wrong. If you notice, the Netherlands are able to win Femke ball once you have solid females, and they're anchoring. If you notice,
they were able to put themselves right where they belong without Femke ball. And then when Femke come, what Femke is that? Femke.
It's one of the events that I can't wait to see, because I know I'm not trying to segue, but just a little talk on Femke that for her does it. I know we're going there, so you know what? Let us save it until we reach there.
Only God can beat.
It's not a matter about beating Sydney. It's not a matter about beating Sydney. I'm just saying this race is going to be more interesting than ever before, where it was a runaway train, where it was already a no contest. It's going to be more enticing to watch, because you're going to have two potential persons running 50 points. World record could go with Sydney, yes, and I know Sydney is a favorite to win. He's still my favorite. However, this thing about that done deal, 2 full second or a second to the good, no, not going to see that. And I can tell you, if Femke Ball is tracking Sydney, we might see a race. Meaning that if she's drawn on her inside, we might see a race, and I think she'll run sensible if she's drawn on Sydney's inside.
For sure, run sensible. Femke run
Not
sensible.
even going to be close.
Wow.
Okay.
She's not even going to be close. Sydney's in a different world. It's like Sydney, to me, at this stage is
Sydney there, Mars.
Sydney is like
On the other
Bolt.
side?
Is like Bolt in his era. Nobody's close. Nobody. She's
So
a
Sydney
god
on the other
amongst
side of
men.
Mars, because remember them
She's a
saying
god amongst men right now. She cannot be beaten. She will not be beaten.
So Sydney on the other side of Mars. Because
If you look at
I am not challenging your argument about winning, or she getting that gold medal. I am just talking about I suspect a race, Dalila Mohammed, Sydney McLaughlin all over again. As opposed to this, Sydney McLaughlin and the rest of the field is this. I think that 51, you remember that 51.46, 51.58? That's the sort of race that I'm talking about. Still Sydney wins.
If Femke Ball is able to run 50 points or whatever, Sydney's gonna run 49. She is whatever it takes to win, she's gonna win, and she's gonna win clearly. It's not gonna be the Dalila Mohammed situation again. She's gonna win and win clearly.
So Femke push Sydney that. So Femke is gonna push Sydney that much to run the 49.
I don't think Sydney needs anybody to push her to run anything. That's how good she is. I really don't think so. Technically, she is better than everybody else in the field.
So we need Sydney to come back to 200 then.
She runs. Hold on, and I have no doubt that if she takes it up, she'll do it. She's that good.
Because the lady there did I run for that one and it never happened. So I'm just saying, no mind me, we still get to shape.
No, but I really think that she is an excellent athlete. If you look at her technically,
yes,
she runs the 400-meter hurdles as if there is no barrier there. I'm not saying Femke will go down without a fight, but I don't see an athlete presently who is as good as Sydney technically and has the raw speed. Not even Femke.
Okay. So where does our bronze girl lies?
Bronze.
No. Potential bronze. I will say this. I will say this. At one moment of me looking at the 400-meter hurdles, I thought for a moment that the bronze is Rochelle Clayton. Another moment, I thought a battle between she and Anna Cockrell. Let me tell you why I think that Rochelle might just hang on. Anna Cockrell is drawn in Femke semi-final. And Rochelle seems to have a nice semi-final where she does not have to work as hard with any of the big guns. Cockrell will have to work in her semi-final, and the small wafer thin gap between Rochelle right now and Cockrell, the difference will be because of the semi-final.
Because Rochelle is in a semi-final for herself. The semi-final just belongs. It's like Rochelle just gets the semi-finals for herself because she have Van der Broek, Grebo, Ewell.
Yeah. Rochelle is headlining a semi-final. Sydney is headlining one.
Yeah, so Rochelle is in her semi-finals to her own self.
I agree with Odion that her semi-final is probably the best one for her. My problem and my concern about Rochelle is technique. I think she is poor technically. I don't think she has learned. I think her coach needs a slap in her head side because she still not learned how to run the hurdles, and she is still jumping over those hurdles.
She's just using raw talent, and not talent technically with the hurdles, just raw ability.
Just she is very Danny McFarlane-esque in how she runs the hurdles.
It's just that she not jump it so obvious.
Not so obvious, but it chaka man. All and she
man. That's what I say. It's just that she not jump it so obvious.
All over the place. Somebody needs to fix that. I think she will go very much faster if they do.
And that's the reason why each time she come down over the hurdles, she look like she has struggle, like she want drop on the face. Yeah, she a bob like. It's the truth.
And because of that, it may very well come down to a race for third between her and Cockrell, because
Cockrell is a little more smoother.
Cockrell is a little bit more smoother. Rochelle may have more speed. But Cockrell is a little bit more smoother, and that those technical flaws may very well cost her a medal.
Right. It's like when we were watching Boys Champs back in the day. back in the days, Jahil was more technical, but Michael O'Hara was just faster.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you go there because I wouldn't even bother to touch on the Russell and the Salmon. So being that you go to the Jahil this season for me is it's a bit way better than the Jahil that we knew big back then. He attributes that to being closer to his family and having more peace of mind because he now trains overseas where his family is there with him and stuff. But Jai looked really comfortable for me this morning, running his round, and Jai is into the semi. However, I still have concerns for Rashawn Clarke because I feel like Rashawn is not remaining patient enough to do what he needs to do, and therefore because he's not remaining patient, he is overstriding. He lost that national championship because he did not remain patient, and therefore he overstrided. So withstanding the fact that he stumbled at the start at the national trial, he tried to come back so hard that he did not remain patient and he overstrided. And whenever he overstride, him find that he becomes so flustered and not getting it right, and therefore start hitting hurdles.
He's just running other people's race plan.
Yes.
That is what he's doing. That is it.
That's what he's doing.
Rashawn to me is as good as anybody else. He needs to understand that he's that good and he needs to stick to his race plan. And there are some technical issues that he needs to fix as well. His coach needs to work on. But I think notwithstanding that, he has the pedigree to keep up with these guys. But he has to stick to his own race plan.
Rashawn Clarke needs a Phyllis Francis moment, like I care zero about Shawnee Miller Weber, care zero about Alison Phillips. I am just going to run my balance race right around the track. That Phyllis Francis.
You know who run a balance race this morning?
Care about who in the race.
You know who run a balance race this morning? Malik Smithban. Malik Smithban had this comfortness, relaxed tone about hurdling. He ran from lane 2. Huh?
Malik
James King. I'm so sorry. You know, my apologies, guys. Malik James King. I'm speaking about Malik James King. He had this comfortness. It's like him own lane 2 this morning. I mean, you know, we tend to find that when you're not seasoned or a great expert into that, you would struggle in lane 2. But you would have seen him on this morning. You have never known. He was comforting. He was just smooth.
Yeah.
Smooth,
very
relaxed,
smooth, very
patient, and everything efficient.
He was just sliding over the hurdles and he controlled the race.
Yeah.
His pace was almost good. He was not rushing any phase. It was just
I like what I saw on him this morning.
Very well.
Yeah.
How many of them do you guys see getting into the final?
Possibility of 2.
I agree.
Possibility of 2. Yeah.
I think Clarke and
James King.
What made this Malik Smithman story?
Yeah, they stand a better chance. They stand a better chance of those who going through. Yeah. But
not because I'm a purple girl, but they're just giving him kudos.
We ain't gonna segue into another event. Other than the fact that we discussed the Jamaicans, we also have to look at the field itself now. For the first time, I am going to say that, and I'm not going to write off any one of our guys. However, amongst what we call the big 3, we know the big 3 are the 100 meters female sprint. When everybody fit, the big 3 for that event, I feel like the person who is the weakest of the lot this year is Santos of Brazil. I feel like he is going to place the lowest of the 3 this time around. I just think but the US guy is going to battle Warholm. But guess what? It's once Warholm realizes I want final, all I need to tell him he's in a final, and then he finds that confidence and tells him to go back home. only when I'm injured, you can go up there.
I'm willing to bet this time that Rai Benjamin is gonna win and Warhol
Yeah, I
will
feel
be
that
better.
way too. I feel that way too. Benjamin seems a little bit
I think
hungry.
yes, Rai Benjamin has he has come so close on
Yes,
many
so far.
occasions, and I think he knows that he is as good as Warholm, and I think
Correct.
ever since Warholm has had that injury, I don't think he has been the same sort of
Doesn't
untouchable
come back.
athlete that we have
Yeah.
seen. And I agree with I think it was Julian Russell Love who said it today that
Patty.
she believes that he can be beaten this year. I agree too. I've been watching, and I think Rai Benjamin is gonna clip him this time.
I feel so too. I think Benjamin is a favorite, but I'm just saying I trust and hope that he go out there and hold up his favorite. Well, I'm not sure if he's gonna get in the favorite stock, but he has the ability to win. He should win based on what we are seeing this season. However, I just hope he doesn't go out there and let Warholm do a normalized moment where you just see that person as, oh my God, it's Warholm. Can I do it? Yeah. That's the only thing for me.
I get the nerves on him. Yeah, agree on that. All right, I think we are getting into the meat of the matter quickly. We're now at the 400 meters mark.
Yeah, Jeremy, I agree with you. He always gets in Rai's head. That's so true.
Yeah. We're at the 400 meters mark. And I'm going to take the ladies first and leave the men for last.
Why Shawnee never stay home?
No, let me tell you, Shawnee Miller-Weibo, I said it to somebody this morning that she's one reigning champion that she's not going to say here. Here's my title. She's gonna come and say,
embarrass herself.
Yes, make me put bun up on fire.
Yeah,
it's always that she's a fighter. Even though I fight them in a sense, because they might bust up her face, but I'm saying she is not going to say, here's my title, take it.
Then she did fight this morning.
Good night, Rosie. Welcome. You're just in time.
She did fight?
No, she didn't.
No, but the lady start the race, and we only see what the lady did stop at the start. Like she say, sure. I want to come here.
Just like your double national champion, former national champion. But we don't reach the man side yet.
This weird Olympics has been a karma Olympics as well. That man, full of karma as well. Tori boy must be turning in her grave.
Neela says she get a call, Kino. Neela says she get a call.
Well,
Neela, you like them somebody that you like to play with Kino. You mean the lady get a call? So,
no, man,
but if she get a call and run, she should have run half a track. She should have teared the track.
She walk off, me say she hold up her head high and walk off with pride.
Yes, because look here, competing. You have people who want to turn up at the Olympics and say, because guess what, what will be recorded? It doesn't matter what you do. If once you go on the plane and go to the Olympics, you can say, I go to 3 Olympic games. People just want things to say them go at the Olympic game.
Sure, just pencils that work, Sorry, I didn't say that.
Yeah.
Continue.
The lady should have
but I mean, though,
you left your husband that is shape to come either. Your husband stay. A husband not in a shape to come at Olympics either, and him stay home, and you left your husband and you know.
No, somebody had to stay home with the baby. Somebody had to stay home with baby Uber. Somebody had to stay home. Somebody had to stay home. Says either she or him. And him not defend nothing.
I hope she fly right back where you are tonight. Tomorrow morning, nothing catch her. She must go right back.
But Bahamas, salt, you know, Bahamas kind of dark, you know.
And where they live? America they live?
I don't know. But remember now, you know, say God now on the mail side now. For Bahamas, pull out, so get over there. For them kind of dark. All right, so Mila Weaver will do that.
Sorry for Gardner.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
So Mila Weaver do that on the women's side. How do we feel? We currently now have 3 women moving into the semifinals. How do we feel?
It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough, Lati, because as a matter of fact, you see the way the 400 meter look, I almost feel like the finalists are so straightforward if they perform their expectations.
My finalists,
we're gonna have prize. We're gonna have
prize. We're gonna have Adeleke. Rashidat. We can't now bite the tongue for nobody.
Right, we're gonna have Natalia Kasmarek from Poland.
You know?
Kasmarek.
We're Kasmarek. Paulino. Clavo. Hey, who's still not there on this morning?
And Salwa Nasa.
Mr. Nassar frightened me this morning, you know? I couldn't believe. So that's 6, you know? West, in next 2. But
I think when you get to that field and you have that field, so you have Price, Paulina, Kasmarek, Claver, Adeleke, Nasa, you have 6. I think Sade Williams from the Bahamas, from Barbados, and you might have the British girl, Amber Anning. That might be
Amber Anning, I can. So, I wonder if we can put boyfriend picture down on the inner track and make sure run complete.
No, the 8th and final spot is a slash between Stacey. So Stacey will have to PB now because her 50.1.
Yes, so that's why I wonder if we can, because if we put we always say this today, if we put the moving picture, if we put the moving picture, then we'll come for it. So I'm wondering if I can put the moving picture of him, moving as if maybe she see my run, you know. Just I say.
So those are my potential 8 people.
Dolly number 1, I like her. Yeah. So
my only take on it is that Janelle Bramfield won't be in the finals.
You could have just somebody send on you and say all the way by yourself about it. However, I must say,
Where's the Odion?
No, I know you don't want to talk about Nikisha Price either, right? But this field is a loaded field. And when you look at the quality, the depth, one thing I've noticed this season as well, sometimes it's not about the time. Nikisha on a fast time, and that's all good. The person I'm actually getting at, Paulina sent a message this morning. The message was not sent to Nikisha Price. It was sent to the person who is favorite for silver on time, but is not favorite for silver on head-to-head. That message was sent to Natalia Kasmarek. That look, girl, your 48-89 is not going to beat me because I beat you head-to-head when we meet, or whether you just have the time of the season.
Yeah.
What is Paulina's PB? 48.8?
48.76, I think.
48.76. And Price's PB is what? 48.5?
Yeah, 5.7. As I said to you, I don't think he was sending it into Nikisha Price. It was more Natalia.
No. I know. For me,
didn't Price beat Kasmarek or she beat Claver? She beat Kasmarek the other day.
Price beat Natalia Kasmarek.
Yeah.
All right. So this is it for me. Price to me has still not run flat out.
Right. Yeah, she hasn't. She just running fun and just joking.
Right. I think she's just happy to be running, and she's in very good shape, and she's just getting the times. The other thing is that
this morning of the big girl to run 50 points instead of 49.
The other thing is that she's progressively getting faster. Every race she runs faster. And the only thing to me that can affect Price is pressure and being overwhelmed or overcome by the occasion. That is what I think can affect
And
her.
I look in her eyes and I feel that she won't, though.
Yeah, I feel like she won't either. I feel like, and the reason why I feel like she won't, she's not overwhelmed by what is happening. She's not excited about what is
And when
happening.
she have her big system around the super fast time, it's like no matter to her, she just walk off. Like,
she does run,
into the
she can
moment where
touch and move. She just, I don't know,
She just not care.
Yeah, she have a don't care attitude. Comes
just
what
like,
may, she just has to yo, I am running my race. Comes what may, whatever you do, when we come to finals or when we need to do it, me I go do it.
I disagree with you, Odion, though, about Sarah Williams. I actually think that she is an athlete with more pedigree than we give her credit for. I think even though the field is stacked, I don't see a finals without her. Not that you said that she won't be there,
No,
but
I have her in the finals. I said that.
No. I know, but I don't know if I read what you were saying incorrectly, but it sounded as if you were saying that she's gonna just sneak in the finals. I think
when I say sneak, remember you have 8 people: Price, Paulino, Kasmerick, Claver, Adeleke, Nasa. I think that big 6 tend to easily get the automatic 2 in the 3 semis across.
I could not have a big 6 without including her, though. She is a medalist. I mean, she knows how to do it.
Chade Williams from Barbados.
She knows how to do it, and she has done it before.
Well, she catch on in the 8th.
No, she can't catch.
No, what Kino
So who
is
do you
saying,
take out of the big 6 and put her there?
with a big Q.
Yeah, who do you take her out of the big 6?
I don't think Nasser is a part of the big 6 right now.
Well, Nasa frightened me this morning.
Charlie frightened me too.
If there's anybody
man.
If there's anyone amongst the big 6 that I think I am concerned about, is the person that sprints so fast in the first 200 because she used to run the 200. Lika Claver. She's a pace.
Claver. But I have to say though, she ran a very measured race today.
Yeah. She's learning.
Yeah, she's learning.
But then remember now, unfortunately, I must agree with Jermaine on this one. It's an MVP athlete. Sorry. And everything over MVP there right now when they are Paris injured. And she's still not she has not recovered. So I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I was trying to stay away from
well, Jeremy, it looked like him a peep over fence like Oral Tracy.
Him not peeping over the fence, we must have him camp.
Over fence.
Remember say Oral and people.
I'm on a Jeremy camp.
A Jeremy camp. Jeremy don't need because we need you to tell us about what one of our camp.
Jeremy not people by because the glass is double lens. So the rain is gone.
I want before we move on, Latoya, I want to throw something in right here that I watched an interview with Ludlow Watts today, and I'm very disappointed. I am flabbergasted. I am taken aback. I am all of those words. The gentleman was asked about Shelley and Fraser Price. He was
no. Hold on. You're rushing the bungle. Sorry.
No.
Yeah, but since we're there.
No, we are not there. We are not there.
Let's move on to the men's 400 first. We'll get there.
We're getting there.
I look like that's 11 o'clock when I'm glad for the
There's a top 4.
All right, since someone to get here, we're going to the men's 400.
I could have deal with the 200 meter. Remember, say already deal with the 200 meter partially. The Jamaican we dash for the Jamaican portion for the 200 meters. So what all that we are left with now is just to speak about what is the fate, what is going to face as it relates
Jeremy,
to the men.
give me one word for you there too.
Behoove. So what is going to happen for the men's side? Because the men have Benderick, you have Lyles, you have Tobago, you have 9, that is 4.
Knighton looks vulnerable to me.
Very.
Yeah, I mean,
axial.
yeah, he looks vulnerable.
Yeah.
Yes. So
I think the greatest challenge. I think this greatest challenge to Lyles is gonna be Kenny. In that final. I don't think anybody's gonna beat Lyles in that 200, but I think the closest person to him is gonna be Kenny. Yeah.
Then no, you might end up seeing Tibogo in the bronze medal position. He may just get overnight.
Perhaps.
I feel like the death of Tibogo's mom, still lingers in there, and that's fearfully so.
What an Olympic, Latoya. I can't think of an event from the 100 all the way to the 8 where any of the Olympic champions can defend their title. Everybody is going down. I think Mo, Shawnee Miller, Stephen Gardner, Elaine Thompson Hira, Jacobs went down. It's not the
Paris just salt. Paris just salt. Different. All right, so that's the men. The women. How does the women phase? How does the women go?
I think Thomas wins over.
I think so too.
Thomas wins over Alfred. It's when you look at the races, people are talking about how fit Alfred is, but when you look at the two of them, one is a power racer, one is a glider. One floats. Thomas just floats around the track. Alfred needs to learn the 200 a little bit more. She is still not as
timid when she's coming off the curve.
Coming off the curve as I would want her to be.
Timid,
she doesn't run the curve in a strategic way, in a smooth way. So I think Gabby will win. Alfred will be second.
Gabby 21.65 for the gold medal.
Round about that.
So where does Dina Asher-Smith goes? Or Daryl Nita?
Dina might. Hold on. If I get to Dina, I am even thinking that if Dina not careful, she come last.
Dina should be going back on the same flight with Shawnee.
No, like seriously, Dina is entering this final, even though she automatically qualified with the 7th best time. Daryl is
performing the first class though.
Yeah, I mean exactly. But actually, I will comment now on the big 3 because the big 2 and then the brands look to me like it's Ophelia's one to lose. Let me say that the brands 22.05 ahead of everybody else who qualified. Mackenzie Long doesn't seem like she's going to beat Ophelia to me, nor does it Nita, nor does Asher Smith. The person who I think will perhaps put the biggest challenge to Ophelia's bronze medal is Brittany Brown. If Brittany is not able to do that, I think Ophelia gets bronze. Silver now, for me, it's Alfred. Let me tell you why. I think when Alfred ran the national record in the last 200 with Gabby, and I consider looking at how poor Gabby ran that curve, because despite all what's happening, Gabby is not impressive on the turn. However, I am thinking that Alfred was actually faster than her 10.78 PB in 100 when she ran that national record at 200 at that time. What I'm seeing with Gabby though is that she's smart. She has timed herself this season and don't kick up herself on the circuit all over the place, and she is basically looking at it. The only thing I'll say about Gabby, if she's not careful though, she cannot continue to allow the fast people them. When I say fast, I mean the 100 bully them to get out too far ahead of the curve.
If it is that, if Gabby make
Alfred goes away too far.
To turn before, it's done.
Alfred will lead off the curve. It's just that Gabby should not let it be like that wide gap that Tina. even though Dina did reverse, Gabby cannot allow Alfred that leverage though. And I don't think she will. I think she knows. She has been studying. And the thing is, people will say, oh yeah, Alfred look good on the 100 and look like she can be the double Olympic champion and join Elaine and Flojo. I'm not challenging that she can. However, what I'm seeing with Alfred is that it's going to take a lot out of her, because to move from 21.8 to 21.6 is going to be a lot. Gabby has been there already. She knows how to get there. And I think Alfred ends with a nice, fantastic PB of 21.79, like about Fraser Price PB there.
But remember, say people who never been there, I've got there, you know. Remember 10.75, you know, never been there before, and she went there. And she's
right. No, and that's why I'm saying, Alfred is going to run her best race. She's going to national record PB again at 21.7.
Why St. Lucia? St. Lucia, may I tell her St. Lucia. All right, so that's a 200. So I will go to the 100 meters.
Eh? Yes.
A top four winner now.
100.
Yeah, man, the top four winner now. Yeah.
The 100 not gone. Oh, we didn't come back on now.
Exactly. So we're at the 100. We could just glide. You know? I'm going to go with the men first, because the women 100 meter move over into the top three, into the big three tonight.
But I don't think that means anything though, Jermaine.
What went wrong?
I think she's better this year.
100. What went wrong?
For who?
We're in the men. The women lead over into the big three, so we're doing the men.
The men 100. I am excited to speak on this one. A lot of people have been saying.
Jermaine, we don't reach relay yet. Top three, Dan. We're there 100 now.
So let me first and foremost congratulate Noah Lyles for
the world champion turns the Olympic champion.
Nobody chokes and gets a silver. I don't call that choke.
No, exactly. Especially the fact that it's his second fastest time ever, so close to his PB of 9.77.
And you came down it, and you don't choke, and it comes down to a photo finish and thousands of a second. No.
And for me, Paris should have just award 2 gold medal and left the silver.
I would prefer though. I think what Jermaine probably is trying to say, that a lot of people expected it to be a clear win for him.
That is true.
Including
myself, because I post this ridiculous time, including myself. What I did 9.68.
No. And you know what, Odion, listen to me. I think he's in the shape to run 9.68.
Yeah, and that's why I said.
But rightfully so, as he himself said, I must say, I respect Kishen. I respect you for what you said. He himself said, you know, this one was on me.
It's not Jermaine.
He said that he was not patient enough, one, and he did not believe enough in his speed. He never.
I would not say choke. No,
I'm not sure.
Kishane's situation is one that Kishane Thompson's situation is reminiscent, and his name suggests all of that too. Even use that big example, Elaine Thompson Hero, that first experience, that silver, 200 meter with skippers to the line, a moment that you will learn from, similar to Elaine.
Call it speed as speed, no man.
Let me tell you why me glad said this happened. Kishane, to me, came across prior to the start of the semi-final and the final. As a matter of fact, from the rounds, he, to me, almost gave himself the win already. There's nothing wrong with confidence. There was nothing wrong with confidence, you know. But he came across, even when he was warned, it rubbed me the wrong way because he seemingly was so annoyed. Like, when them not move out of the race, when them not go on, impatient, rookie behavior, not being used to that sort of level of competition, you know.
And one thing to Kino, not being used to completing a full race, always an easy part about 85 meters.
Yeah.
So
Fred Carley used that. Fred Carley is Iwa Swoboda. Fred Carley used that inexperience of Kishane on Kishane. Fred Carley caused Noah
Lyles to be the Olympic champion.
The goal. Because you know what Fred do? You see right
mind,
now at 95 meters at the line, Fred did come up. But
I
remember
tell people
one
it was not Lyles who
Fred has
pressured
been here
Kishane,
before. Fred
Yeah.
Carley has been here before. Fred got a bomb, dip, and Kishane start tightening up. When Kishane start tightening up, Noah goes a bomb, dip, and come up. But what Kishane don't know to do is to dip again. So when Kishane dip now, he never trust him on speed to come back enough to come back and hit the right time.
ECB if you teach them how to dip from 10 meters.
I said,
No, but in deeper because in time, no quite no work team.
Me call VCB already and tell her say we need her to come out of retirement temporarily. So she said she go call me back.
Mr. Me the willing to retire. I'm willing to find money for her.
She need to show them how to dip, man. Mama come cross the line, so you know, 5 meters out, Mama dip on her face.
We didn't know what the kid.
Yeah.
If them can't get VCB for teach them to dip, them need to Sean name in for teach them to dive.
One of them,
Hey.
something I forgot.
Let her rest in peace.
Jacobs though, one thing I must say about Jacobs though, I'll come back to our Jamaicans. Everybody who had the view that it was just a fluke. I know in terms of the athletes that were missing, fine. But what Jacob proved though, that 980 victory and now 985 finishing fifth, heavily strapped up, I think he worked. I'm very proud of him. To finish ahead of
Jacobs worked with the one man.
I commend the defending champion. He went to war. He went to battle. He said, I'm not going to give up my title this easy. Considering
in the finals?
9.25. The champion only beat him by 0.6. I mean, yeah, less than a tenth of a second.
It worked for the one man. It worked for the one. It worked.
Considering all the injuries.
And nobody never see him, it worked for it. He deserves a little clap, man. He deserves a little clap.
He was the least nervous at the introduction too. Like he was calm. Everybody made nice.
Hey, it's the Fred. It's the Fred Curly door. Yes. It's the Fred Curly door.
I'm afraid to start.
Hey, Fred Dash where is starting?
Yeah. By the way, the fastest 4th place, fastest 5th place, 6th place, 7th place, 8th place in Olympic history. Not the fastest race.
Is something wrong with oblique civil?
No, I'm really he never
Then talk about choke earlier with the wrong person. Then talk about choke earlier with the wrong person.
Boy, Imam Asaf, our friend?
Not necessarily. He has been making several calls to Talu.
But done tonight. I'm over this. I'm over it. I bet I will laugh now.
Yes. It's getting
yeah, Odion, they're on a roll tonight, my boss.
Man.
But I mean, I thought oblique was going to injury was going to come back after him running that 981. And let me tell you something. Anytime oblique run a personal best in a championship, he's injured.
Yeah, but hold on. But I'm going to say this though. Going forward in the heats, in go out there and run. The semi-final, in go out there and run. So when the final come around, please somebody tell him that the heats might run again.
Yeah, man. Whichever one him on the PB now.
I saw the grimace on his face while he was running that final.
From the semi-finals.
I actually think he was.
No, I am not challenging whether or not he's injured or not. I'm not taking that away.
We know Sam injured.
But outside of that, though, you know, some people who hurt, but because them still always shaky, the hurt just give them the excuse now, though. But they still have a lot to work on. Focus. Still have a lot to work on. Bednarik can't believe saying that around 9.88 and
you know why I'm not gonna say that about oblique though? Because if we say that, then the same argument can be used for Thompson era. When a man injured, them just injured.
Mm-hmm. No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
that's the same thing. You know, I'm injured because remember, remember him run 9.98 at race stars.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Comfortably because him well rested. Come back at trials, he ran injured at trials for that second place.
Where would that 981 put him in that race? That he ran in the
semi-final. You got in brands again.
The brands, man. Not get the brand. No, but Oblique could have leader come right down the Santini field and the grimace there now. The battle of the top ends. Listen, the battle of the top ends. Because listen to me, man. Top ends tank, you know. In other race there now. The top ends.
And there you go. And there you go again, Lati. This is why I am going to continue to say, you know, sometimes, you know, we see some athletes out there and we take them simpler. We say, oh, what them do this for, whatever. It's not always about. I hear Fraser Price said something, and I agree with her. It's not always about sometimes winning. It's when she turn up and run some 200 for the circuit, and not just about winning. It's about getting the strength. If you notice, Fred Curley, who have 400 background, and Lyles, two of them on the podium now 100-meter race. Talk about that endurance. They are coming at you in the last when they race. You start tie up, start decelerate faster at 4 meters per second, then start decelerate at 2, which is half the decelerating rate. So we cannot underestimate the fact that Noah is doing so much 200s and Oblique now and Kishane, they cannot continue to just solely focus on that 100 as if nothing else. It's like Asafa, number 4 all time, number 72 all time at 200. We need to stop.
I think it is one of the reasons. I think it's one of the reasons
why they are so injured. Yeah.
Was right, and also it's one of the reasons I think this season Oblique was doing some 400, 200s because we saw him in the 400 and 200, you know, here in Jamaica that he was running and look really lovely on that. But I do feel like he needs to be doing some more 200. Yeah, let's go 100 and do some more 200.
How old is he? How old is he?
22.
Oh, midway but somewhere. No, Oblique 23. Go this up. Man, Christina probably not
23,
right?
What is up with Akeem Blake?
Akeem Blake?
No.
Oh, Akeem Blake?
Yeah.
No, to be fair, you know. To be fair, I think he
Akeem
acquitted
did hard, you know.
That's why I'm both going. He acquitted himself very well compared to, based on the semi. When you look at it, I said to someone that he's going to finish fifth because of the semi. Everybody there look on Kishane semi and say, I said, no. Remember, Kishane semi-final is hard because Kishane made it hard for everybody else because he's the top seed. However, in Akeem's heat, he had like Jacobs to contend with. He has
Bednarik
to contend with. Thibaut, yeah, too many people. Why they were not the favorite?
Because it was Bednarik and Thibaut and Jacobs come third. Yeah.
Yeah, too much people. It was absolutely loaded. So
the women. Congratulations again, Noah. You talk the talk, you walk the walk, and you run the walk. You run the talk, and you did it. You did it. Congratulations, sir. You said you would have gotten it.
And the women's 100. I need to start with that. Me need to start. Okay. Congratulations first to Julian Alfred. Congratulations to Shakari Richardson, and I'm very happy that Melissa Jefferson. She's that one US athlete in the 100 that I can manage to accept a medal. Tolerate. Yeah, I can manage to tolerate. And as it relates to the field, it was a good run. By the way, this 100-meter victory by Julian Alfred is even large. Yeah, it is even larger than the 0.13 or 0.12 Elaine would have defeated Tori Bowie by in 2016 and the 0.13 that she defeated Fraser Price by. It was 0.15. It's a wide margin as well. So we had to commend Alfred, and congratulations to the podium. Fraser Price, she made an effort to participate in her 5th games, and it was not to be. She contested the heats, she looked okay, and yeah, she went out there. But Lati, I am absolutely disappointed because not with Shelly in terms of the 100. I don't know the exact details to what go down because I can tell you a lot of people are speculating. I see several things being reported. I need to hear it from Shelly's mouth as to what exactly happened. I'm tell you why. You realize that she come back out and say, "Oh, and tell them say she go retire." She said this is her final Olympic, not her final season. So I'm not going to speak for Shelly and Fraser Price. She will have to say what it is that she wants to say before I run with anything. No.
Because of the fact, especially because, sorry, not to cut it, especially because she came out and made an official statement and chose not to say anything as it relates to why and all of that. And then so everybody now start through our own things. So yeah, agree. Continue.
Though the problem though is that she's a captain and joint flag bearer for the team. And the only statement is that she is not only representing herself though, she's representing the team, and I think we should have heard something from her. Shericka Jackson, I said it before and I'm going to say it again. She was hurt from early on in the season. Nobody
from the start, not earlier on, from the start.
The start of the season.
S-T-A-R-T, start of the season.
Right.
The people themselves think about it before you say anything, Kino, please.
So this thing about people being surprised, and the talk of the town was MVP wants to have 3 Olympic champions: Shane in the men, Tia in the female, and Shericka at 200. Rubbish. Because first and foremost, if MVP was pulling Shericka from the 100, what guarantee they would have that Tia would win?
We don't have to talk tonight. We don't have to talk tonight, Kino. We don't have to talk.
They literally deny the fact that she was hurt. They covered it up and they went on the plane. And no, I like to take vacations too. And I would make that easily go to Paris to then give me one seat on the plane. Right? No, you're not going to compete, or you're giving up the spot. Listen, as Mr. I can understand the Shelly situation. The other big wig in it, E.T., she decided to look here, instead of going to drama, I'm not going.
Hello?
Hello? You know, you continue.
Because I want $365,000. Me want it. But Babs take and give them. Me want it back from her. That could have vacated me now.
So them did get too?
Once I met the team, $365,000.
Them up at top shouldn't get none.
Once I met the team.
Them up at top shouldn't get. Them don't need it.
$365,000.
People them or Roger and Josh should I get that when
that's why I want it back so that
I get the team.
Roger would I get it too? No,
anyway,
want it back.
The orange hair lady. The orange hair lady. Me not really believe that nothing wrong with the orange hair lady. Me think she just vexed because she couldn't get in her place. And how dare you lock me out? So me think she just decided she not about to run. The fact that she has not come out to say anything about why and give an official statement, people are just positing views as to what has happened. It is quite telling, and I am disappointed. I want to hear from her specifically. I want to hear from her directly as to what happened. Jermaine made a statement a while ago that she's not going to run the relay, so it means that she's injured. It means nothing. It means squat, because if
Jermaine
should never tell nobody that
she's injured. It can't, you know what I notice every time you speak on it, some people are telling you that are the reports as if I'm floating around. Oh, she's not hurt because the delay and then the lock her out, etc., etc. So what are we to believe? She's not hurt, but because them lock her out of the village or whatever, with warm up and whatever, that would have cost her.
First of all, why them never there on the bus? Why she and Shakari never there on the bus?
No, them don't stay in the village. Them not staying at the Olympic village. Them stay somewhere else. As according to her fans or her people, she stay. And not first. And it's not the first. She always stay somewhere else because her family would come with her. But besides the point, okay, fine. I'm glad you brought up the Shakari never been on the bus. However, she got to go see Shakari based on look where we are staying because Shakari is down there. She chose to investigate it, which is fine. And as she said in the video, the lady said them changed the rules last night. This is France. Welcome to France. Them changed the rules, understandably. So it never affects Shakari also. Yes. Understandably that okay, she's
Zavian, will you just talk about in a first of all for a nationwide company?
Nationwide person who spoke to Nationwide chose to remain anonymous. Me done with that. The person who tell Nationwide said they want to remain anonymous. Me not deal with no anonymous business, right?
Exactly.
Because the next thing they go say, and made an official statement, and she never tell me sorry. She said she disappointed, and she know that we are disappointed. She never said sorry. So not tell me.
Nationwide never come out and break news what they have for Tracky.
Right? So therefore,
yes, Kino, that is so true.
She never said she injured. She never said she have an hamstring, nothing. Moreover, there was a video also showing after the call and them going out there where she was still walking back and forth, arguing with the little people that were the people that volunteer in her room this now. Them can't change it. Understandably, that how dare you not recognize the 5-time world champion, 2-time Olympic champion,
nearly 1 mile from the gate to go in.
Yes, Kino, but the matter is, right? Question about warm-up came about as well. If you are gonna walk a long distance, might as well use it as a warm-up and start getting my blood flowing. But this is nonsense about because they were locked out, they never get sufficient time to warm up.
As far as I'm concerned, me too big to come and get. I would not let me out order. If you not let me in. How dare you not let me in?
And the decision not to run the 100, if it is according to some people that she's not hurt, is that, you know what? Let me tell you, it would have been one of the easiest decisions to use that to get a reason not to run, because I can tell you, a lot of people will perhaps bash me for this. It would have been perhaps a medal other than gold, and maybe, you know what? Easy for her to look back.
Let me ask you a question, guys. And I know a lot of people won't want me to go there, but I'm going to go there. And I'm going to show you guys how why it's not fair. Jamaicans are not fair. The world not fair, but Jamaicans were just corrupt. Had it been Elaine Thompson era, who went to the Olympics and did what Sherika, whether they're injured or not, whether they are legitimately injured or not, if Elaine was in any of these two positions right now, this nation would have killed her.
They would have reached back here
threads.
She wouldn't even get the time to say she not start the race. She couldn't even come out her mouth but say she not start. Where you go for then? You should have deactivate our social media.
Look here.
Christ.
If Shelly did same as all them, the general deactivate fear. If Shelly had shown up to the semi-finals, number one, that semi-finals would have been
yes, she would have medal, However, I also felt that if she was going to medal just the same, it would have been bronze, and even it might sound away. I believe
Jamaica would have taken bronze.
And I believe that for the first time she'd have entered the final, perhaps as a time qualifier, like what happened last year. Meaning that
that's what I was about to say. That's what I was about to say.
Semi-final, perhaps, and that's why it was an easy decision not to really look here. The decision was not hard for her to make, not to run.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
If she going to that semi-finals, that
no, she
semi-finals
won't
would
do
have
that,
been
you
the
know.
fastest.
You know what?
Would have been
You
the
know what?
fastest, and she would have
I
gone in.
just looking at all of this, I know I'm going to have to call Shawnee Miller-Weibo a national hero because at least she turned up on the track.
Mm-hmm.
Shawnee
Turned up.
no, but hello, Jacobs shop up too.
Man Jacobs. Can he get tape all both over him all in his face and he's still out there.
Mm-hmm. I put himself well.
Me not like this. This is not the way. Look here. Everybody knows that I'm an Elaine Thompson fan. However, this is not the way that I saw the great Shelley-Ann Fraser-Pryce, Dr. Shelley-Ann Fraser-Pryce, going out of her last World Olympic Championship. This is not the way. This is not the way. This could never be the way.
Yeah, and I mean, like as I said earlier, it is not just about. It's not like I'm not.
Whether he was stopped after the race or before the race, the fact of the matter is he was injured. We knew he was. If you're going to speak about Jacobs being stopped after the race, can we speak about Shericka Jackson, who ran the 100 meters at the national championship, strapped, removed the strap for the 200-meter championship in the finals, and she run down Latavia, she go run, go put on the strap. We're not talking about being strapped when or where. The fact of the matter is we know that the person is injured. Shelley-Ann Fraser-Pryce has run injured before with the injured tour. Not that I'm saying then and now is not the same thing. She's 37 years old now. I understand that clearly. However, if she had went into that semi-final, even if she come third, she still would have in her finals.
Definitely. And then
what
would have happened in that situation? I don't know how many of you guys remember in Tokyo when Elaine Mboma and Gabby ran the same semi and the same semi persons come back on podium. Everybody from that semi-final. I same thing with that.
Johnny, and I just said I understand that she's currently 37 compared to when she ran injured with the toe. I did say that. And I'm not telling her to for injuries. Last year, Shelley run injured in a 100 meter, go back again, come on injured in the first round of the 4x1 and won injured and got injured worse in the finals of the 4x1. So what are we talking about? She was 36 then. She's 37 years old.
Just maybe if Elaine had turned up at the national championship and tried to push and pull up, see she turned up and she knows she's not fit, she knows she injured, same thing would have happened again. So what's the big difference? What's the big difference? You know you're hurt.
The rules are always different for
when
some
it comes
people and
when it comes to certain person.
And it doesn't even make any sense we carry on this because it's just going to be never ending.
And that's the problem. The problem is injury. They make nobody else other than Elaine.
Exactly.
That's on them. That is what's on everybody.
And every time Elaine injured, a lie she tell, and she done.
That is it. Karma. This Olympic was one of karma.
Me tell you, say master God.
And Kino, I will add to this as well. Jamaica found a reason in 2021 not to be happy after a sweep. No, we are not happy for the right reason now.
Jeremy, and you can be so biased sometimes. You're going to talk about nothing would have happened. True fans of the sport would have given her the benefit of the doubt. When has Elaine ever been given the benefit of the doubt by anybody at all?
When?
The media talk her down, the fans talk her down, people in a high position in the sports and the management of sports in Jamaica talk her down. Everybody seems to have a problem with that girl. And the others can't do no wrong. That is the problem we have, It's not that the others or people shouldn't love the others. That's not the problem that we have. We don't care about that. What we are saying is the ground should be level for everybody. That is what we are saying. Some people reach a Diamond League and then run well. You hear say their luggage did gone. And when you check it, the foot never left in the luggage. So why Elaine gives her a reason as to why she didn't perform? Nobody takes that reason. But somebody else gives a reason as to why they don't perform, and everyone accepts it and finds several different excuses for them. It's not fair.
Definitely not.
And so we can segue into what the man said today now.
Yeah, go on, go
Ludlow.
segue.
Because me can't understand, and somebody help me understand. You are the team manager, and every question that is posed to you by a reporter, by a member of the media, you defer to someone else. Is it that they don't speak to each other in the management team? Is it that because Mr. Wilson is the technical leader, that he is not accountable to anybody else? They don't have meetings. They don't talk about what is going to happen, because they asked him, will Sherika take any further part, or will Shelly take any further part? He can't. I can't answer that. That's a question for the technical leader. They don't correspond. They don't speak. They don't have team meetings. Is it that only Mr. Wilson can speak on the technical aspect of the team and the makeup of the team?
I think one of that. I think part of that reason or answer is in one of Frano's interview. Frano said this when he was asked if Sherika was okay. He said she's 100% fit and ready. Right. That's the first thing. Right. Then you go back when they pulled her from the 100. Frano's response to the question of she not running or being pulled from the 100 was, you need to go and ask the technical director, Mr. Maurice Wilson. Meaning to me, and then tell me if I'm wrong, he's saying that it's not them pull her, but it's him, Maurice, pull her, or whatever Maurice did, pull her. Then when Sherika was asked about being pulled from the 100 meters, her response was, my coach and I sat down and spoke, and we agreed that this is for the best. So which one of them?
No. Latoya, I want you
Kino,
to. I want
Kino, just a minute.
While on the Odion, I wonder if you realize that Ludlow Watts said today that they still have not received an official reason as to why Sherika Jackson was pulled.
Yeah.
So everything else that is going on is just speculative then. And maybe it came from their team or somewhere, but the management team for Jamaica has not received official words.
Whether from our camp, whether from she, whether from at one point in Fano's interview, him also said that him can't answer. My mom don't answer upon her already. Then him go back on the word and say him cannot answer on the fitness of Sherika. You have to go talk to our medical team. So I don't understand that. Because everything over MVP is injured. And yet still him himself come out right out and said, Mr. Riley need to go. And Riley said one thing that affects Frano. Frano needs to go figure out why all our athletes, them upper MVP, this son is injured. The 2024 year we're right at there.
I mean, Latoya, I'm gonna show you.
I didn't agree with Riley though.
I'm gonna say something.
Everything on the injured. Show me one of them on the injured this year.
Not that part. I just don't think. I think Riley just need to. When it comes, I think it was less about the athletes
and more about him,
and more about the structure that Stephen had a problem with, and the fact that Riley was trying to put his mouth into the technical aspect of things, and I really don't think he has the depth to come up against a Stephen Francis. Yes, as Stephen said, Riley is a brilliant man. He's well trained and educated, but I think the experience that Stephen Francis has, Riley not compared to that. To be honest with you,
I'm gonna go back slightly to Latoya and Kino. You see, I said this even with as it relates to Sherika Jackson. I'm going back there for a bit. At the Nationals, when we were a week before the national championships, and Elaine made the decision not to participate in the 200 meters. Remember, she has not been running 200s for quite a while, and she wouldn't have. I didn't even sure if she had a standard. I don't think she did, and she ended up pulling out of the 200 meters, right? And said that she will solely focus on the 100 meters. And I was thinking to myself that perhaps Elaine will not turn up at the trials because she's hurt. Maybe as it gets closer, she will pull from the championship overall. With the Shericka Jackson case, how many of you guys recognize that in 2024, it was a 2012 moment all over again, where a 200 specialist looked better at 100 meters. VCB, as we know, was better at 200 in 2012. Her 100 meters were looking far better than her 200 meters. Shericka has not impressed me at all this year at 200. Yet it is her stronger event. Why would you pull a 1084 girl, the national champion, from the 100 meters and said that she's focused solely on the 200 when her 200 meters she struggled at the championship? I know people say at the trials, oh, instruction she gets from the coach. She was struggling to fend off Lane Thomas and Berger. I saw that with my own eyes, and Shericka looked to me better, or looked to me in better 100 form. And when I saw she withdraw from the 100, I said the 200 is coming. It's just a similar Elaine situation where she's biding her time after the 100 round is complete just to come and tell us that she's going to withdraw from the 200 as well.
Exactly. Frano 101. Frano 101. He did it before and then did it again. 4x1 relays. How do we phase? How do we make the teams plural, both women and
You're stressed out. You're stressed out.
This is the last thing on the list, and last one on the list. 4x100 meters. Who do we want to start with? We're going to make the men or the women first.
Let us start with the team that has the slightly better option now, and it's sad to say it's the men. I'm sorry.
It's the men. All right.
Yeah, because
currently, highly possibility. Sorry, let me go back. Currently, Oblique Civil highly may not be a part of that 4x1 based on what happened in that.
All right, so Silva look like you gone down now, further down.
So how do we, if Oblique Civil is out of the 4x1, how do we put
we may now have to move around but brand level then, because the team initially, if Oblique was there, it started with Akeem to Oblique on the back straight away to the guy on the third leg there, that's Level, and then to Kishane, because I think that Akeem is a good starter that perhaps could keep at bay with Coleman. Then Seville, if he's fit, would have been able to neutralize Curly a bit on the backstretch. The problem that I had initially, if the team was what it is that Bednarik now would have perhaps ate up the stagger on the curve with Level, and then we know and no one at Kishane. Anybody get that's what it is. But now with no Oblique, I'm thinking.
So who runs the heat? Kino, you stress you out?
No. I'm reading Joel's comment, but Joel, programs are not written as blanket programs. Programs are written and tailored to specific athletes. Even if you write a program and it has like certain basic tenets and a foundation, you're going to tweak that program depending on the athlete. So you may not find a Elaine and a Shelley, if they were in the same camp, following the same program to a T.
Okay. Come, stress out yourself, Kino. Make your team be men 4x1.
My team is the same team that Odion has, and the same order. Same order, yeah.
So you wouldn't give Odsna a run on it somewhere, even if it's for the heat?
Maybe in the heat. Maybe in the heat, I would put him on the back stretch.
Okay, so you end up with the final being Level,
Blake to Civil if he's running to level.
Civil now run, man. Make a team without him, man.
We don't know what that
Make
is.
the team without the man. Listen now. Come. Make a team without him, man.
I go Andrew Hudson then.
Blake to Hudson to level to Thompson.
Blake to Hudson. Blake.
Mm-hmm.
So Fran, I'm gonna make Thompson run twice.
Thompson have any choice but to run? He might go
No.
anywhere else.
I'm not saying him not going to run. I'm just saying. I'm just asking. Remember now, I don't have the money.
NDB has it.
Hudson.
Remember, Fran have the
$100
I am not the most patriotic person. I am not. But it seems to me that patriotism is out the window where this Olympic is concerned, because apparently these clubs are just, and these coaches are just doing whatever they want to do and them not care about country.
Start from the athlete, them doing it with the 4x4 for man. That's why I can't take them. Anyhow, Lati, the women's 4x1 kind of have to leave quickly.
Yes, it's the last thing.
Team with that one. Yes, you see, because I have watched the junior 4x1 so often and so much, nobody, and because of her performance and her effort, nobody moved Tia Clayton up that anchor leg, whether it's our final. She anchors the team for me. We have to probably put Kemba back stretch, but we now put Sasha Leap on a curve, make she lead her from the blocks and try something different. And then Lane Tabor Thomas or Smadales with the 200 or whatever run the third leg. No, nobody else run. Alana maybe run the third leg.
So you have,
make Sasha Leap over the blocks.
So Sasha Leap first.
To Kemba. Then Kemba, then Alana Reid, and then Tia Clayton and the anchor leg. Clayton have the anchor for me. Even when her sister is ahead of her, she anchors the team. Even when Liston is in top form, Tia anchors.
And that's a given. That is a given.
Yeah.
That is a given. And you would keep that same team for the finals. But wouldn't you? All right. So hear me throw something now. Where do you put Akira Nugent?
If it is that she is in the pool, then
she is in the pool. She is in the pool.
Right.
She has been.
She's in the pool. Well,
she's in the pool and she has been training with the guys. So that's I'm asking.
Well,
where do you put her?
I would include her on the team, and at that point in time, it will be a risky situation now for Sasha Lee. Or no, like seriously, no, me I tell you, somebody will perhaps have to drop off the team in the finals. If it is that, worse if Akira turns up and look the part, like the time I'm she run at the hurdles and what are 11:09 to me tells me that she has more than the 11:09 in those legs. And if somebody on the team could be in 11:19 shape like Sasha Lee, I don't see why Akira shouldn't run over her.
Okay. All right. So there you have it, guys. Our take on what has happened, is happening, and what we look forward to for tomorrow and for the days going forward. I mean, tomorrow we have the 1500 meters coming up. For women, we're supposed to be seeing Miss Pretty in that 1500 meters happening. We are having none of our guys is in that report. We can't call the word it.
Reportage.
Yes. Yes, none of our guys are in that. The long jump for the women, the 400 meters, none of our girls is in that also. We're supposed to be seeing the same again for the 400 meter hurdle. So therefore, tomorrow really and truly, the 1500 meters heats is when we will have someone in there. And if it is that the men decide to show up for the 200 meters, our word, our charge.
Which don't make no sense. That time I can't call the word me, they go charge you $100. Anyway, guys, it was good to be on the program.
So
Yeah, and
that's
we're
how we
looking
look forward to tomorrow.
tomorrow. It will be an interesting day, not necessarily just from a Jamaica perspective, but the 400-meter hurdles. I'm looking forward to see some fantastic running there, and yeah, to see that 200-meter final, even though Jamaica is not in it since 1980. Yes. So yeah, some excitement.
I'm looking forward to see Inga Britton go up against Clarke in that 1500 too for the
Okay.
men. But yeah, thank you so much for joining. Kino, your last words?
I'm glad to Shakari now within 100. Me glad.
Listen, we could have taken double 4 years, you know.
Me
4
glad.
years.
Yeah, me glad to. But at the same time, even though I am a Caribbean person and I would love Alfred to win, it's like if Gabby win, though, me to get Gabby go. That's something Shakari face too. Because last time,
No, me can't tolerate Gabby. I can tolerate Gabby
Me
winning.
too.
I want
Me
Gabby
too.
to win. I want Gabby
Yeah.
to win. I think she deserves to win.
I just said that. For now, you need to make sure we can go win the Diamond League 100 meter.
Right.
Yeah, Father need to make sure we can go win the Diamond League.
Before I go, Latoya, as I mentioned that Kishane Thompson is the
Needs
one
to
who
go win the man 100 meter Diamond
to
League
give Jamaica this.
to make it make
Right.
sense. Not even for us to
Right.
make Jamaica get a chance, but to make it make sense. Because no one lies is the world champion. Them already
Right.
have 4 in. I'm gonna have 4 in. So if
Right.
Kishane wins the 100 Diamond League,
Both
a 4 for 4.
countries have 4.
Sharika now, and now Sharika needs to win the 100 Diamond League. Last year never mattered.
We don't
Now she
have
needs
4
to-
though.
Eh?
We have 4.
For what? For the man?
Like even if we get spot them, we have the quality.
We have
to
4.
fill them.
Yeah, man. We have 4 man and 4 woman, man.
Who we have what the 4th? You want Blake?
Listen will be good next year, and others. They will.
Ilian is going to be good next year. So Ilian is one.
I man them here talk about, you know.
Yeah, man. You have 4. Remember, you have Kishane, you have Oblique, you have
Akeem
Akeem.
run to the man and the people.
Yeah, and Brian Bella go run. And
Yeah,
somebody else may come.
And Chris Taylor will be back by then.
Yeah, so yeah.
Thank you very much. Right, and it's the 100 meter that he's coming to.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right.
Because him can't mad if he come back to the 4. Anyway,
No,
guys, thank
he
you.
was training for the 1 too.
Right. At that time,
He was
when
coming
yeah,
down.
it's true.
Una send me on, Susan, you send me on. Susan said Sharika is not winning any Diamond League. If she runs, it's just to make a little money for MVP.
But MVP
All right,
or
then
for
if you don't make
herself.
Sharika win it, then you need to go make Kino win the Diamond
Anyway,
League.
we want to get
Bruce
sued. I'm signing out. I don't want to get sued. Bye, guys.
Okay, thank you so much again. Thank you so much all for joining. We greatly appreciate you being here with us. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to you, wherever it is that you join us from. Please remember to lock, stay in, and remember to click the notification bell and something so you know when we come live. We will be back. Peace. Thank you.